The world trusted them. Titan Bank, the financial fortress of the globe. Its cybersecurity had been called impenetrable, a vault within a vault, protected by technology years ahead of its rivals. For decades, governments, billionaires, and corporations had entrusted it with their most sensitive assets. But then it happened. One quiet Tuesday morning, alarms exploded across Titan Bank's networks. At first, analysts assumed it was just noise, false positives that big systems sometimes threw up, but within minutes, reality hit, accounts froze, transfers vanished. Encrypted files flickered open to invisible hands. What made it worse was not the breach itself, but the method. The attack was unlike anything any cybersecurity team had seen before. Code fragments that rewrote themselves, traps laid within traps, digital fingerprints that dissolved before they could be traced. Experts from around the world joined the crisis call. Every major solution, firewalls, counter-intrusions, AI defenses, failed instantly. "This isn't just advanced," one analyst muttered. "This is impossible." And as panic spread through boardrooms, media outlets, and government offices, millions of dollars and global trust teetered on the edge of collapse. Far from the war room where executives shouted over each other, Elias Vance sat at his desk in the dimly lit corner of Titan Bank's operations floor. Elias was ordinary. At least that's what everyone thought. He was quiet, kept to himself, the kind of engineer who stayed late fixing bugs nobody else wanted to touch. He wasn't a leader, not a strategist, not the kind of person you call in for global emergencies. And yet, as he sipped his stale coffee and scanned the chaos on his secondhand monitor, Elias noticed something strange. Amidst the noise of the heist, patterns. Faint, flickering anomalies, like whispers hidden inside screams. The official teams didn't notice. They were too focused on brute force countermeasures. But Elias's mind worked differently. He didn't see walls. He saw invisible threads tying chaos together. He muttered under his breath, "This isn't an attack. It's a puzzle." Nobody heard him. Nobody cared. But Elias began to type. The hours blurred. The office grew quiet as analysts left for strategy calls, leaving Elias alone in the glow of his screens. He dove deeper than anyone dared, inside the labyrinth. Every layer of code revealed traps, false trails, dead ends, doors that snapped shut behind him. But Elias wasn't following the rules. He wasn't using the playbook. He improvised. He rewired logic. He walked sideways through systems others thought were walls. Coffee cups stacked beside him, his eyes bloodshot but burning with focus. Each keystroke was a gamble. One mistake could trigger the attackers to collapse everything permanently. But his calm never wavered. Finally, there it was. The flaw. Tiny. Invisible to anyone else. A repeating structure hidden inside the chaos, like a faint heartbeat in the noise. The attackers had been so confident, so arrogant, they never expected anyone to notice. Elias leaned back, whispering, "Got you." No grand announcements, no speeches. Elias simply wrote code. Precise, surgical, elegant. His solution wasn't about brute force. It was about turning the attacker's own complexity against them. He rewove the flaw into a snare, a counterloop that made their system devour itself. At first, nothing happened. The attack pressed on. Screens still flashed red. Executives screamed into their phones. Then, silence. One by one, the alerts stopped. The breaches closed, transfers reappeared, and on the attacker's side, whoever they were, their weapons simply collapsed into useless fragments of code. The impossible heist was over. No one clapped. No one cheered. Because no one knew who had actually stopped it. The headlines the next morning read, "Titan Bank survives historic cyber assault." Credit went to swift team responses and advanced corporate defenses. Executives smiled for cameras. Experts praised the resilience of institutions. And Elias? He walked into work the next day. Same old quiet face, same old desk in the corner. Nobody asked what he did that night. Nobody congratulated him. But he didn't mind. Elias wasn't chasing the spotlight. He wasn't built for applause. He knew the truth. His quiet brilliance had saved everything. The world would never know the name Elias Vance, but they would feel the ripple of his victory in every secure transfer, every untouched savings account, every piece of trust restored. And perhaps that was enough, because not all heroes wear capes. Some wear headphones, drink bad coffee, and solve the impossible in silence.